After high school and graduating from high school, I went to the University of Denver, um, where I got a bachelor's in mass communications and I minored in art. I really went there to go skiing. I will be completely honest with you, because I'm a ski nut, and I really like the winter. Having spent the last 4 years in San Antonio, really, really, really hot. So, but after college was over, I went back to San Antonio and got my first job in TV at KSAT 12, which was the ABC affiliate. And I got my foot in the door as a part-time camera operator, and had to basically throw away everything I learned in school and start over, because the real world is completely different from what I learned in mass comm at DU. Anyway, I moved up pretty quickly to studio supervisor, where I was in charge of schedules and so forth. But then uh, it dawned on me that I really wanted to be a director and learn how to punch shows and have a little bit more responsibility. So I set my sights on that and finally made that happen. And I met my wife there too. She was a producer at the time. Um, I then applied for a job in Minneapolis, which was at the time it was Market 13, but today, as of 2012, I believe it's Market 15. Um, anyway, I got a director gig there, and I thought the world would be my oyster if I could work in Market 15. Anybody would take me. Um, but my wife, who we got married soon after I moved up there, got a job in Rochester, which is about 60 miles south of Minneapolis, and she got a job as a reporter anchor. And as soon as her contract was up, she got a job in Omaha, Nebraska, and since she got the job there, I decided to kind of take a step backwards so that we could be on the same playing field in terms of career and market sizes. She was at the Hearst Argyle station, which is a premier company, in my opinion. I was working at a Pappas television station, Fox affiliate, and it was a really, really bad, really fixer-upper kind of place. They had no money. Literally, there were instances where live trucks would not be given back to us because the shop they were in told us that it was not street legal. It was too dangerous to drive. We were the joke in the market, and everything that we did, we tried as hard as we could to look as current as possible, but they never really gave us the tools to do it. I will say, however, that at this point, building animations and graphic design really took hold here, because not only was I the production manager, but I also directed the show, did the graphics for the show, and was hiring and firing and all that junk. So I wore a lot of hats, but I really found a love for graphic design and animation here. So after that, interestingly enough, I got an interview at in Washington D.C. for an ESPN show called Around the Horn, and I went out there, and the guy was really honest. He said that he wasn't. He thought, oh my God, this guy's sending a tape from Omaha. But what I did is I put my effects reel right at the beginning, and the effects reel really impressed him so much that he flew me out there. And they were using a specific switcher, a Grass Valley Calypso switcher, um, and I had no experience on that particular switcher, and I didn't get the job solely because I didn't have any experience, and I would have loved to have had that job. So my next plan was to find a station that had a Calypso switcher. And that takes me to Memphis, Tennessee, at News Channel 3. And I spent a long time there, probably 6 years. But after two, I went there because of two things. The switcher and the company that owned them. It was the New York Times. And but after 2 years went by, they were sold to Local TV LLC, which was basically an investment group. And they turned journalism upside down and on its head, and kind of turned it into kind of a freak show of TV stations. Anyway, the culture got lost. The New York Times culture got lost, and I wasn't enjoying my stay there. And the news director and I really did not like each other, and I saw the writing on the wall. So I decided to move over to Fox 13 as quickly as possible. Fox 13, however, like its cousin in Omaha, is again a fixer-upper and a very weird place to work, where I've never seen divas. I've never experienced divas in a way that I have at this station. And I've been at a couple of TV stations, and I've experienced divas before, but never like this. And this is one of the most poorly managed TV stations I've ever worked at. And so basically, when I got there, I just began my course or graduate studies at Quinnipiac, and that was my focus. So I would go to work and get my paycheck and work on my stuff for Quinnipiac, to hopefully to reinvent myself. Because after all of those TV stations, I decided that TV was going down the drain, and local TV as we know it is headed nowhere, and it's going to merge with the web at some point. And with all of the automation that's coming down the pipeline, I thought I better get out before I'm replaced by a robot, which is coming soon, I'm sure. But anyway, this is my last semester at Quinnipiac. It's kind of bittersweet. I've enjoyed everything that I've done. I've learned so much, and I've enjoyed every bit of it. And so, where it leads me, who knows? I'm hoping that I can find a job somewhere in the website development sector. I'd really love to find a mentor who can kind of take me under their wing, teach me the ropes for a year or two, and then maybe I can go off on my own and start a company for myself. But that's kind of the plan. But you never know. But anyway, that's my life in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed it.